Good day, video, November 13th, 2007, video communication to President Bush, Vice President Cheyney, and U.S. Homeland Security. Gentlemen, first, I hope all is well with you and your families, and I might add Vice President Cheyney's friends, given his love for duck hunting, and I'll leave it at that. Gentlemen, I am sad, given terrorism, to be here today with another Homeland Security threat concern. While we have raised Homeland Security issues previous in regards to the failed command of Canada's National Police Force, today perhaps a clear cause of that issue. Today I raise serious and substantial Homeland Security issues in relation to Public Safety Minister Stockwell Day as he and his ministry perpetuate around criminal activity, and thus we have to conclude not only a failed command, but a serious breach of public trust, a criminal matter. Child abuse is against law in Canada, as is covering it up, and we clearly accuse Mr. Stockwell Day, his ministry, Prime Minister Harper, Canada's National Police Force, and in fact, internal affairs within that issue. We also raise serious issues of criminal negligence against the aforementioned. While we cite Canada's National Police Force to be of a failed command still, we clearly have to break down that issue within the protection of the people, the protection of those traveling to Canada unsuspecting and without warning, not only to the dangers of a murderous, out of control and command police force, but the dangers and facts behind their complaints process. As we have seen time and time again, those that file complaints against the police will be abused and have to take on the whole damn force. And this file right here is clear evidence to that issue, because every complainant in this file has been abused. None of the complaints have been dealt with properly. And quite frankly, the investigators within the issue exploited CSIS to get away with the kidnapping of a complainant, which is a criminal issue which they're engaged with in an obstruction of justice around. What travelers do not realize is they have no rights if they're abused or their loved ones killed by the murderous police force in Canada, as all effort is to protect their image, and to hell with any legitimacy, and that's what we're seeing. An issue that erodes the very pillars of Canada's judicial system to its collapse, sadly. Further, unsuspecting tourists will have to pay to have their complaints against police dealt with. As we've seen with the Aurora case, it could cost tourists up to $2 million to have their complaints dealt with, so really you're not protected at all, and has to be a concerning issue to our friends to the south, so they are not slaughtered within the vortex of that issue. As was seen in the police's execution of Houston resident 22-year-old Ian Bush and subsequent investigation, those bringing information forward to bring legitimacy to the investigation were all but attacked by the police, and the issue echoes out the inability of Canada's National Police Force to police its own. And in justifying the murder of Ian Bush, a kid with a beer in his hand at a hockey game, they raise serious and substantial security and protection issues to those tourists attending the 2010 games in Vancouver. I'm really concerned more people will be shot in the back of the head for having a beer at a game. Clearly a concerning security issue. Further, given the murder of Robert Dzansky at Vancouver International Airport, a man in need of medical attention draws issues some visiting the games in 2010 may end up going home in a body bag, and a concerning public safety issue. I will also note, as I've just read, that the police are trying to suggest that Mr. Dzansky had a rare medical condition, and within that issue they're just they're grasping at damage control and justifying their actions. What happened to Mr. Dzansky is not rare at all. In fact, it happens to a lot of people, myself included. and I am a survivor of YBR. Just, I might add. Also, we are bringing this matter to the people through the use of YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, and Google to get the safety message out about Canada before more innocent people are harmed or killed by those more intent on fraud than accountability within any legitimacy. As such, gentlemen, the warning is out, and I thank you for your time in this serious matter. Good day.